There's a little-known program here in the Vail Valley called Cowboy Dreams. The mission is to promote, support, and encourage children with physical or mental challenges through therapeutic riding.
Started with one little child, Tim Sackbauer. He could stretch his muscles, find some symmetry, and just the connection with the horse is great.
How do you like this ski?
I really like it. Yeah,
Jolting around a little bit.
it goes around, yeah.
Is it right? It's right next to the ice skating. Good luck. Oh, wasn't it a good luck? Short in the front and then just a real robust in the back. And I wrote it out for years, and then finally I was like, this is a terrible
PJs.
She probably would have been, you're right.
Make sure we take the lens cap off. Good morning.
Morning.
What are we doing today?
Smooth, easy runs.
Got some swagger there, T.
So this is me just waiting for the bus. The Vail Daily that I read occasionally. So when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I need to get a good stretch in before I go skiing. Something like this. Another one's like this. My balancing like this. Basically, what I'm going to show you guys is my bedroom, the master room, where I sleep. I'm going to show you the dining area where I eat sometimes. Then every day or every night when I feel like it, I will do my laundry. Just a typical independent person doing laundry like a normal adult would do. And yeah. My parents decided to raise a family in Vail. The way I grew up with my sisters, we were together, and it was kind of nice to be in one place. Ever since we were a family, we were always skiing.
Mary lead.
Just being on the mountain the whole day, enjoying everything and everyone. If I was in a bad place right now, skiing's where I will be. Lucy, where are we going?
I have no idea.
Mary, what's your favorite thing about your brother?
Ooh, that's a good question. My favorite thing about my brother is his easygoing personality.
According to some of the parents, the kids learn a lot more than just the basics of being an equestrian.
The one that made the most sense was that he gained some active balance and trunk stability. And before our approach to parenting was just to use his sisters as models in whatever we did with them. We expected that he would have opportunities to do what they did.
I certainly didn't think we were going to raise Tim any differently than we raised Lucy and Mary. We just made sure that if he decided he wanted to try something, go for it, we'll figure it out.
As a kindergartner, they wanted to send him down valley because we have a special classroom there. And we were like, no, we want him to go to his neighborhood school. We want him to ride the school bus. with the other kids in the neighborhood. I just believed that he would learn from all of that.
Jan just would not let the school district treat Tim like an individual with an intellectual disability. They needed to treat Tim like Tim Sackbauer.
Mom!
The relationship with my mother is like, when I was born, she felt that she had a son with a disability. That relationship was very, very close. She's always saying to me, just get my butt off the chair or the couch or the bed, just so I don't have to feel so down. Just to get up.
Yeah, let's go ski to lunch.
What was your favorite Halloween costume your son had?
Well, I have a couple. The year you were a lion. And then I liked the year you were the Statue of Liberty after we went to New York.
What was it to be in the Sackbauer family?
I was horrified. I cried. I could cry right now just thinking about the phone call. The doctor even said, well, you know, there are places where we can send those babies. Before Tim was born, I had never met many people with disabilities. So I didn't know that Tim could be who Tim is. Vail is a very small community with a very small population of people with disabilities. So we didn't have the services that a large city would have, which really was to his advantage because he was treated more like a typical young man growing up.
Tim went to the University of Cincinnati for 4 years, and we had no idea where he was, what he was doing, or who he was doing it with. But at least there he had a community of friends. That was really good times for him.
Vail's a small town, and there is a lot of people to, make friends, but not really. When you live in a city or a campus, you can meet more people. Through school, I always had friends, but ever since then, the biggest is having a girlfriend and hope to someday, I don't know, get engaged and get married, like everyone else, really. When I encounter something challenging or difficult, I need to think clear and think going ahead forward, conquer the fear, and just ski as far as I can go till I can just make it. That feeling of the wind on your face. I mean, I know it's painful, but it's fun. The thing with skiing through powder is the same thing. While I color, you just don't have to stress or worry about anything else in life. When I learned to pick up a crayon, coloring was like the best thing to help me. It's something that me and my sisters would do together. Why did you become sisters?
Good question.
Do you want to answer that or do you want me to?
You can answer that.
Well, when two people who love each other.
What's your relationship with each other?
Oh, that's a good one, Tim. We have a really close relationship. Mary's my best friend.
And I'm a nurse and she's a nurse and I'm a skier and she's a skier. And we both get to be your sisters.
For life.
For life.
Me and my sisters. It's a very special relationship bond. You don't choose your siblings.
Would you rather have Cheetos for fingers or a fruit roll-up for a tongue? I know the question is that.
Really?
Can you imagine trying how Cheeto eating and everything? You had Cheeto fingers?
When I ski with Mary and Lucy, it's reconnecting with them, going on a lift together, talking a few conversations, try to synchronize our skiing together, if Lucy can ever slow down.
Skiing, I think, has played a huge role in keeping our family together. We all have different interests and passions and life paths, but skiing is the one thing that we all enjoy doing together.
You can see his own creative expression in skiing. That's different from his sisters, but also something that we can share.
It's a space where Tim doesn't have to feel different.
He just gets to be invisible. And it's just an opportunity for him to kind of like sink into the crowd and not have people have preconceived notions of who he is and how he should act and who he should be.
Who did you assign the blue mohawk to? Let me see the blue mohawk.
He's just a person.
Could that be me?
He doesn't want to be a special person. He has abilities and he can learn and, I don't know, just be part of this world.
I'm pretty lucky with what I have. In one word, how would you describe having a boy? Did you ever knew it's gonna have an intellectual disability?
Adventure. It's been an adventure having a boy who's not the same old, same old. Nuggy, 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 nuggy.
Having a disability is like all the challenges you have to face through life. Yes, it's gonna be hard. Yes, it's gonna be challenging. But I see in myself to be calm, be collected. Because, you know, through life you gotta face it. When I imagine myself on a ski hill, I hear the wind calling, the wintry air on my face, and being with people, family, friends. It feels like you're free. It's like a heartbeat.